back to another LEGO video. Today I have a Minecraft 1.17 showcase video. All of these items, blocks, and mobs you can see in front of you are all based off of the 1.17 update coming to Minecraft called, I believe, Caves and Cliffs. I'm not 100% certain on that, but that was announced earlier today at Minecon 2020, which was really cool. Or actually now it's called Minecraft Live 2020, which is pretty cool. And so just after it finished, I started building, and I've created 2 mobs, about 4 blocks, and then this one special thing which we'll get to at the end of the video, which you can see Steve standing on top of here. But now let's get started with the mobs. Put everything else to the side. The first one I built, and the one that I'm most proud of, is the goat, which is a pretty simple little build here. You can see it with the little horns on top, which I guess can be angled upward slightly to make it better. The nose is a bit big. I think LEGO would probably use a print for that. But then the eyes, I originally had them as 1x1 bricks, but then I found a print that actually worked really well for them. If anyone knows where that print came from, leave it in the comments, and I'll tell you if you're right. For the fur here on the back, I went with this 2x1 like textured brick, and same thing on the other side, which that works really well for the fur. I think LEGO would probably print it, or maybe just leave it blank white, but I thought that was nice to try and do. For the tail, I guess that's kind of meant to represent the tail, but not really. That was just kind of unintended. The feet are both 1x1 studs in just light gray. All of them are the same thing. And I put a vent tile up here just to represent more of the fur, but that's not really anything crazy. We'll put him over here to the side. The next mob is the glow squid, which this isn't really that good of a version of it because it doesn't have any eyes or anything. It's just literally a navy blue blob with what look like feet. Honestly, this thing looks like it could be walking around like that. But yeah, obviously it swims, and these are meant to be like the little tentacles or, I guess, tails that squid have. And these are 1x1 glow-in-the-dark pieces. You can see them all over, but those 1x1 sloped cheese slope pieces are not. But I think LEGO would probably just use the normal squid build that was released in the Ocean Monument set, I believe, in 2017, and just recolor it and reprint it. So that's not anything too crazy there either. Then, starting off with the items and blocks, I have the telescope, which can be held by a minifigure, but not, like, up to their eyes like an actual telescope would, really. I guess the closest you're going to get is probably something like this. Let me try it. Yeah, like that, I guess. It kind of looks like it. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Just goes up to the side. I think the build is really nice. I just don't think LEGO minifigures can hold telescopes very well. It's got the gold, and then the black, and then the gold, and then the see-through, which you can actually see on the actual Minecraft item. But let's put that down. I think that's actually going to be a really useful tool in Minecraft, and one that I'll be using a lot, just because it's nice to be able to zoom in without having Optifine or whatever it is that people use to zoom in. Over here, another pretty simple build, and it's just the lightning rod. That's meant to be copper on the top, which we'll get onto in the next, or the third final block. And then I just put a gold, like, pillar there to kind of keep it up. And it's simple, but I think it works, and I don't think that's something that LEGO will ever make. I don't see any reason for them to make a lightning rod in a LEGO set. Here we have the bundle, which is just used to store items, kind of like a shulker box, but in your inventory. And this is simply just a piece that LEGO's produced in the past, and this is just me saying, I think this is the piece they will use for the bundle. So you can hold it like that. It's not really that complicated. You can walk around with it. And I think that's another item that will be really useful in Minecraft, just because you could put stuff in it, and you can put anything in it, and then just get it out in your inventory. Then let me take this little telescope stand off, and back here, I have copper ore, which you can see I use 1x1 rectangular, not rectangular, but square tiles to represent the little copper bits in the stone. You can see how LEGO's done it here with 1x1 circular tiles or whatever, the single studs. To do it, I thought this looked a bit better because it just looks flatter and more like a block versus this, kind of indents it a little bit. But I also didn't have any 1x1 dark orange, like, circular studs. So I decided to try it this way because I had 4 of these. And that's another simple build. I think that'll be coming in a set in the future. But then now, if I put all these to the side, I'll get rid of the stand because I don't really need that. I have the final thing. Let me move the goat over. And if you can guess what this is, it's Snowier Snow. And literally all that this does is you can just have your Steve minifigure just walking along the snow here, anywhere he wants. Then if he steps in the middle here, he falls into the Snowier Snow, or as it's more formally called, powdered snow, I believe is what they announced it to me. But this is just a little fun contraption. I think Lego, in one of their mountain sets, which hopefully they have, would probably have some action feature on the mountain that would like push like Steve or Alex into some snow, which I think would be really cool. Honestly, now it kind of looks like you could drive this big block around, but no. It's a really simple thing. It's just a bunch of tiles over a gap there. It's kind of hard to get them out. Just simply reset it by putting the tiles back. And you can see the area where the Snowier Snow is meant to be is just flat, versus I have the 1x1 with one stud on them all around. But overall, I think these builds are good, like, starters. It took me about an hour to build all of these together. Maybe less than an hour to build all, but just grabbing pieces. I just did this right after I saw the first pictures from Minecon because I was so excited to get my hands on them. And just the fact the sets probably won't come out until winter 2021 because it's the whole update isn't meant to come out till summer 2021. So this year, I think we're going to get, in January of this year, or next year, we're probably going to get 1.16 sets with the Nether, and then next year we're going to get 1.17 sets. Hopefully one of them's a mountain set so we can get a cute goat figure, and I also want one of the Axolot figures, those I weren't able to build because they're like pink and they're a bit small and a bit weird. But overall, I think these builds look pretty good for just grabbing a few pieces and sticking them together quickly. I'd say I'm most proud of the goat, but I think my favorite's probably the Snowier Snow, just how Steve falls into it. But I think that's it for this video. Leave your thoughts on 1.17 in the comments down below, and goodbye!